What's going on, guys? Tristan McCormick. Today we are going to be doing a next level spotlight series using the Tungsten Thunder Cricket, but we're going to be talking about the tactics, mechanics, and the strategies with our forward facing sonar using the Strike King Tungsten Thunder Cricket. All right, guys, so the tactics I use behind when I'm throwing the Tungsten Thunder Cricket. So, I'm kind of going down the bank, I'm gonna get on the edge of that grass line, and I'm still gonna use my forward facing sonar, staying off of that grass line or going down at parallel and at 45 at whatever you may be doing. A lot of times there's a lot of stuff out underneath the water that you don't see visibly on the bank. So that's when the forward facing sonar is a huge, huge player, especially with the Tungsten Thunder Cricket. So right here, 45 feet, I have a little stretch of lily pads. There's my Thunder Cricket. I'm just gonna kind of work it a little bit and see if anything comes up off the bottom. They're kind of harder to see in the shallow water, so always pay attention to the water color, the water depth. I'm at 79 degrees right now, basically 80 degrees. It's early morning, so I know these fish are gonna be out and roaming. It's summertime. They're gonna be really active in the morning because it gets so hot throughout the day. So we know we gotta take advantage of what's in front of us right now. See, here's another piece of cover at 45 feet, and I cannot see it with my eyes. So I know there's something out there, so I'm gonna make a cast. There's it going down at 50, 45. Just gonna kind of keep it up a little bit and see if anything's sitting on that. Nobody's home. Just keep rolling. Just pay attention. You ain't gotta stare at it the whole time. Oh, it's got clobbered. But it's always something you can kind of look down on and, just look at your depth, look at the water color, water temperature, and just kind of roll with it. And pay attention to what's happening, your retrieves, your colors. If you're not getting bite on a color, you might want to switch colors, and especially if they're falling. That's stuff you can all see on forward facing sonar. There it is. Golly. Well, that's a nice one too, guys. Heck yeah. That's a good one right there. Like I said, guys, Tungsten Thunder Cricket, using my forward facing sonar. Beautiful, beautiful bass. It's a beautiful day to catch some fish, so let's go catch some more. So guys, using the Tungsten Thunder Cricket, your equipment is very, very important. Along with forward facing sonar, you gotta have the right reel and the right rod, and of course the right bait. So I have a loose Hyper Mag 831. That is a big, big deal for me. Have it paired with a Custom Light 7.4 medium heavy. This is the Bladed Jig rod. This is by far my favorite Bladed Jig rod. So the deal with the 8:3 to 1 gear ratio is it's very, very important, because if you're fishing grass, you can pop it out of there real quick. You can catch up to a fish if he's running at you. Me personally, I like to use a fast gear ratio reel. Now here's another key. This is a Tungsten Thunder Cricket, but this is a 3/4 ounce Tungsten Thunder Cricket. I really don't throw a half all that much unless it's really, really thick vegetation, but I love using the 3/4 ounce. And I pair that with, of course, the 8:3 to 1. I can make bomb casts, I can make fast retrieves, slow retrieves, whatever I want to do with it. Now, boat position is just as important. So if you're going down the bank, I like to get tied up against the bank. I like to 45 the bank so I can always keep that bait in that strike zone. All right, guys, so my strategy using a Tungsten Thunder Cricket, utilizing your forward facing, is seeing where the bait's at. Going down the bank like we are now, a lot of it's probably bluegill, so I can kind of see if they're off the bank, if they're tighter to the bank. So there's actually a bluegill right there at 20 feet, right underneath the boat, and he was kind of hanging around that, the isolated lily pad right here where my Thunder Cricket's coming through. So that's something very important, because where the bait's sitting at, of course, is where 99% of the fish are going to be sitting at as well. So another strategy you can utilize your forward facing and catch them on a Thunder Cricket. Look at that thing, choked it, dude. That's how they're supposed to eat it right there, guys. Face first, full of Tungsten Thunder Cricket. And guys, it all utilizes back to forward facing sonar, using your electronics when you are throwing a Tungsten Thunder Cricket. It strategizes you, the time of day you can throw it. The evening bite might be better than the morning bite, but for me, guys, the Tungsten Thunder Cricket is good year-round, daylight to dark. It's something I always have on the front of my deck. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to keep up with the Next Level Spotlight series, guys, especially if you like forward-facing sonar. I know it's a big deal in the industry right now, so if you want to learn, make sure to keep up with the Next Level Spotlight series, and we'll catch you on the next one.